Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm going to start my talk by not talking. This is a song that I wrote called 24 Years. When my hair starts turning gray, would you hold me like the way you used to when we were young and beautiful? And when I can't remember the things, would you tell me every day that I'm loved? 'Cause I will forget. Darling, the days are long, the years go by in a flash. So what do you say we call this love and don't look back? We'll make memories that play out like a movie, Anthony. I love how you come up with crazy plans, and we'll travel to foreign lands, but with you every hotel's a home. Maybe someday we'll settle our restless, aching hearts in our very own little house. Darling, the days are long, the years go by in a flash. So what do you say we call this love and don't look back? We'll make memories that play out like a movie, Anthony. If we ever have kids, we'll teach them how to dream, and they'll grow up believing that love still exists. Though our past would always linger, it will make us stronger. Darling, the days are long, the years go by in a flash. So what do you say we call this love and don't look back? We'll make memories that play out like a movie. We'll make memories that play out like a movie, Anthony. Thank you. Okay, now to the more like the scariest part of my whole talk, which is actually talking. My name is Amrita. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I've been writing and singing songs for about 8 years now, but not really speaking so much in public. And I was never really confident enough to tell people that being a singer and songwriter is my job and was my ambition until a few years ago I met a lady at a post office. I was mailing a couple of CDs out, and she asked if those were my CDs, and I was like, yes. And she asked if I'm a singer, and I said, kind of. And she threatened not to mail my letters until I could confidently say that yes, I'm a singer-songwriter. It was something so simple and so unassuming that made me stop and think, why don't you believe in yourself if you know that there are people who believe in you? Even the post office lady believes in me. and I couldn't believe in myself. And I think that's one of the biggest obstacles that I face as a musician in the music industry. You've got to do something practical. It has to benefit society, and you can't do it for the money, but you still have to sustain yourself financially. You're smart, and you have to aim high. How many of you have heard those words of advice before, or any of it along those lines? For me, for a long time, I believed it. I thought I had to fit myself into a mold of other people's expectations of me. So I got a job, got 2 part-time jobs actually, and put all my time and effort into working. But I wasn't very happy because I couldn't really do music as much. So I tried to prioritize my time and thought about trying to do music full-time and at the same time doing things that I love. How much would you like to put your passion as part of your everyday life? And how much would you prioritize your happiness as much as you would for work and studies? It was during that time of me trying to balance the two and wanting to write and perform more, but not knowing where to start, when I met a producer who was very interested to produce my second album. I had written more than 10 new songs since the first album, and we were both very excited to get to work. So we started recording almost immediately, but about 2 songs into the project, I felt that something was not right. We never recorded in the same studio twice. We kept moving around. And he was hardly there, so I didn't get to listen to the recordings that we've made. It felt like I was pouring my heart into something like an empty box, not knowing if I'm doing anything right or if I could do anything better. But I didn't say anything because I was too afraid to speak up. The producer was so much more experienced and he's got so much more achievements than me, so I should feel lucky to be able to work with him. About 6 months later, not much progress was made and only the 2 songs were recorded. I finally got the courage to confront him, but we didn't say anything much. He just quickly gave me the songs we worked on and wished me well. I never saw him again, and the songs were never released. I thought maybe I'm not cut out for this. Maybe the world is just too cruel, and I was like drowning in my disappointments. But without that experience, I wouldn't have gained the courage, and I wouldn't have wanted to fight so much harder for my music and to believe in myself. I guess sometimes things happen and you don't know why, and sometimes people are not very nice and you don't know why, but you learn from it and can move on. And I lost my pages. I hold pieces of paper because I play the guitar and I normally use both hands, and I don't even get to hold a mic this time, so I don't know what to do with my hands. But not long after, I knew I wanted to continue making music. And I found a really, really awesome group of wonderful musicians, and they wanted to work with me. Well, rather, they found me. And we recorded about 8 songs over the past year, and I was so happy to start recording and releasing music again. Music became fun and exciting again, and it was the best feeling. I guess what I'm trying to say is that bad things happen sometimes so that when good things come along, you won't take things for granted. We're not kids anymore. Well, I was in the audience and I realized that some of you are still kids. But I hope you know that nothing is certain and that things change. It is okay to change your mind because things change all the time. You can run away from your expectations and run towards the person your younger self wanted you to be. Whether your passion is your career or something to keep you sane on the side, if you enjoy it, keep going. You may not always get to where you're going, but it doesn't mean you're going the wrong way. To end this, I would like to sing one more song for you guys. Thank you so much for listening. This song is called Almost But Not Quite. Posing for pictures with vacant smiles. Conversation's been going on for miles. Laugh a little louder, won't you please, so they won't know you bleed. We're almost happy, but we're not quite there yet. We're almost happy, but we're not there yet. Hide all your memories behind the door. You and I don't need them anymore. Sometimes the skeletons come out to play, and you still know them by name. We're almost happy, but we're not quite there yet. We're almost happy, but we're not there yet. All I've done, was it worth anything? And all I've said, was anyone listening? In all the noise, it's easier to drown. But stop for a moment, breathe, look how far you've come. We're almost happy, but we're not quite there yet. We're almost happy, but we're not there yet. Thank you.